G'day everyone and welcome back. This is Everest Off-Road WA and I thought we'd just do a little maintenance video today. Going to change out the filter element on my catch can. She's done about 20,000 Ks and I think it's time we put a new one in there. I've got the Ryco catch can and secondary filter combo. Back when I bought these they were quite a bit cheaper compared to the other models such as the Direction Plus and the ProVent catch can. They have gone up in price quite a lot, so those other manufacturers are probably a little more competitive nowadays. But I went with the Ryco. It's done a great job thus far. Haven't had any problems with it. My fuel filter is a pre-filter, so it's before the factory one, and that just helps with any possible dirty fuel that I might get out on the track. And luckily I haven't had any problems so far. So I'll start by draining out the oil that's in the can and then we can pull the filter out. Oil's drained out of it. Got a couple of rags. Let's get rid of some of this red dust that's all over it. The catch can just slides down onto the mount. It doesn't bolt in at all, so it just clips in there. So it's just a little pull up off the mount. You got the exhaust hosing. They're just a couple of little pinch clips, so a little pair of vices. Loosen those up, pull the hose off. There's the top hose, got one on the bottom as well. That's the bottom hose. So once you got those hoses off, all you need to do is just undo these 4 star Allen keys and that'll take the top half off. Alright, I'll pull that top half off now. And there's just one little finicky one holding it back, but once you've got all those scoops done, it's a good little suction on there to keep that on. But once you got that top half off, that's your filter element in there. Just pull him out, just give it a little tug. That's the old filter, leaking a little bit of oil, just a little bit left over. That's why it's handy to have a couple of rags on standby. Grab the new one out of the box. So as you can see, they do catch a lot of oil and sediments. That's your new one, far cleaner. It's going to allow a lot more air to flow through. But the catch cans, in my opinion, on newer diesels, they're definitely worth it. The amount of oil that they do get and water, that's the kind of stuff you just don't want in your engine. Righto, have a look. Still a fair bit of oil in there, so it's not draining off as best as I like. So I might pull this whole thing out and see if I can give the hose a clean. So I just emptied that into this old container I got. There was probably a cup full or more of oil in that. So it's much better catching it in this can than having it in my car. Not quite sure why this hose is blocked. Doesn't seem to be. Oh, there we go. Let a bit of air in there and she's flowing out. Pour that in the cup as well. It's probably another half a cup that's just come out of that hose. See if there's any more. Obviously it's not just oil that's getting trapped in here, it's a lot of gunk, so you can get quite a bit of sediment clogging it up. Give it a clean off. That looks pretty good. It's all empty now. Get my rag, give the inside a clean. Looks pretty good. Get the new filter element, put him in there, whole side up, flush side down. Just got to push it in with a bit of gusto. That's sitting in there nicely. Now we can feed this hose back down to the bottom of the car. Alright, so now that we've fed that drain hose down back to the bottom of the car, I'm going to put the exhausting hoses back on. So I've got the bottom, which is just here. Get my vice grips just to close, open up that hose clip. Not anyone's favourite type of hose clamps, that's for sure. Ford do love to use them. Just move that down a bit actually. Get that bottom hose on. Nice and snug. Squeeze that hose clamp onto it. Go. Sealers. Now the previous ring seal still looks really good, so you can either change it out for the new one or put the old one back in. So I'm just going to leave the old one there. Chuck that on top. Make sure it all lines up with where you want it to go. Just got to wiggle it into place. And then tighten it back up. Alright, once you got it back together, just got to chuck the top hose on. Again, squeeze that clamp, move it out of the way. Get your hose on nice and snug. and put that clamp back. Once you've got the hoses back on, you just got to slide it back into the bracket, and that's it. Voila, one catch can filter element changed. Now, like I said, I do mine about every 20,000 Ks, drain them periodically, maybe every 5 or so, just drain it, see how much oil's in there. But simple as that. And again, seeing almost 2 cups of oil come out of that, I think they're worth it. It was the first mod I put on this car. I did it before we even picked the car up. I had one of these on order. Yeah, it's having that filtered out rather than running through the engine, I think is a good thing in anyone's book. Alright guys, well thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and look forward to bringing you some more content. Alright, take it easy.